Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tobias, and today instead of giving updates on this Black Ops 3 commentary, I've got a little bit of a story to tell you all. Since there really isn't anything to commentate while I'm playing this game, I'm gonna start telling stories. Now, one of the stories that I'm first going to tell is the time I almost got stabbed at a high school football game. Now, this is a very funny story. I don't even know why he was going to stab me. I didn't do anything to this kid. I mean, me and this kid didn't even know each other. Let's just call him Squibbles. So Squibbles here, I was walking around with some of my friends, Jake, which is a fake name as well, and how about Roop? So me and Jake and Roop, we were kind of walking, and while the halftime was going on, me, Jake, and old Roop here, we went behind the bleachers. Now, I don't even know why we went behind the bleachers, but we just felt like we needed to, and we sat back there. And I can remember this because Roop spilled his Mountain Dew and he just started screaming, and an adult who was sitting up in the stands told him to shut up and like threw his coffee cup at him, which I thought was funny. But then this kid, Squibbles, comes in. So Squibbles comes in and he's like, I don't know what was wrong with him. I mean, he could have had something wrong with him. I don't know, but that still doesn't show why he Okay, I'm not spoiling any of the story. I'll tell this afterwards. But anyways, me, Jake, and Roop, we were just kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden Squibbles comes along, and he starts like hanging off of the bleachers and like jumping and just doing all kinds of random crap. I mean, he could have like smashed his face into the bleachers. I can't remember. This was like a year ago. But anyways, what Squibbles was doing is he was just kind of like hopping upside down, and he was like flying into walls. I don't know what he was doing. He could have been on crack. I'm not sure. But anyways, me being the inactive person that I am, I said I could never do any of that crap. Well, Squibbles here, he looked straight at me, and he pulled a box cutter out of his boot, and he started walking towards me, showing the box cutter, and he was like going to stab me or something. I ran, okay? Like, Jake and Roop, they were standing there. Roop was kind of chuckling while Jake just kind of had the stoner look on his face, because I don't know what was wrong with Jake, but there was something going on in his head. But anyways, Squibbles just pulls a knife out on me. I don't even remember why he pulled a knife out on me. I don't know what I did. Maybe it was something I said. I don't know. Maybe it was just because I was sitting near the bleachers at this time. I don't know. But anyways, what happened was, is after he pulled this knife out on me, I went to go tell one of my friends. Let's say his name is, oh boy, what should his name be? His name should be, Timmy. So I went and told Timmy, and Timmy told me, bruh, you got a knife pulled out on you. And I said, well, it's kind of a box cutter. And he said, it really doesn't freaking matter. And, so yeah, then Timmy went and told the cops, and this Squibbles here started freaking out. So, like, I have anxiety, so when I was called up to the cops and stuff, like, I don't know what was going on in my mind, but I was, like, freaking out. And, like, the cops, the vice principal, the football coach even, they were looking at me like I was some retard because I was sitting there going, I was, like, screaming and freaking out because I saw this kid again, and he still had his box cutter in his boot. I could see, like, the orange from it, so I was, like, sitting here screaming in the middle of a hallway, and all of a sudden, Mr. President, or not Mr. President, Mr. Principal over here, he comes over here, and he's like, hey! That's enough of that. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Mr. President comes in. Principal's name is Mr. President. So Mr. President comes in, and he's like, what happened between you two? I had Timmy over here, and Timmy usually doesn't lie, even though he does sometimes, I don't know. But anyways, so Mr. President comes over, and he's like, what did you do? And I said, well, he was doing something athletic, and I said I could never do that, so he just pulled a knife out on me. Mr. President looked at me like I was an idiot. He looked at me like I was a freaking moron. Like, if there was weed somewhere there, it could have given me a buzz. That's what he was thinking. Like, now this story doesn't add up. This doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm going to be in this school in a few years. What am I doing? He thinks I'm an idiot when I'm actually telling the truth. So, Mr. President took me out of the room. I was just kind of sitting outside. This cop here, he was standing next to me, kind of looking at me like, so is that really what happened? And I said, yes. And he says, I don't believe you. And he kind of looks away. So then, Squibbles over here tells the exact same story, but Mr. President is still looking at us like we're retards. He is still looking at us like John over... Oh, like, yeah. Wait, who was John? Oh, crap, there was no John in this story. I screwed up the story, guys, sorry. Anyways, Squibbles, he was sitting there, and he told the exact same story. And I think... No, there wasn't a John. It was Jake. So Jake was just kind of walking around, and what Jake said is whenever I walked away with the person who pulled the knife, Squibbles, he said, "Don't worry, dude, I'll be with you, like, throughout the entire time." He went to go get a corn dog, and he walked right past me and said, "How you holding up?" And So, yeah. Don't trust people at football games, but I don't know what his deal was. Honestly, I hope there's nothing severely mentally wrong with him, as if there was like an issue that he could have been having. I don't know, but anyways, guys, that's kind of what happened. He's no longer allowed to go to like sporting events, I guess, is what happened. And yeah, so everything is good now. That was just a weird experience, and if you want to hear more of these stories over Black Ops or any other game commentary, let me know. My name is Tobias. Audio.